Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by MAP IT FORWARD, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and today on the podcast, we are introducing you to our new coffee roasting mastermind group coach, Ante Bikic. And before we get started, we are thankful for our presenting sponsor, the Coffee Roasters Mastermind Group. The Mastermind Group is an important part of the MAP IT FORWARD brand because each of our mastermind groups invite people into a safe, encouraging place of learning and growing together where people can learn from each other's experiences as well as understand this feeling that they are not the only ones that are going through what they're going through as they grow through their career. Every mastermind group has a head coach, and for the roasting group, it is Ante Bikic. So if you're interested in joining this group, head to the show notes or mapitforward.org/group coaching. Now, let's talk about Ante. Ante is the Danish National Coffee Roasting Champion for 2020. And Ante has been a part of the Coffee Roasters Mastermind group that was coached by Anne Cooper up until our most recent session. And Anne is moving on to some super exciting projects that she's revitalizing and is going to need to pay particular attention to those projects. So we needed to find a new coach, and after discussing that with Anne, it was unanimous that Ante should be the coach because he's simply super knowledgeable as well as has had such a vast experience in his career. So we decided that he would be the best person for this job because he's so relatable in having started with a small business in the way that most people start with a small business by just buying a coffee roaster, buying some green coffee and seeing how it goes. Working his way through that experience into realizing that this wasn't what he wanted to do at this stage of his career, and then making a pivot into working for a huge coffee roaster called Amoka. And he has roasted in multiple countries. He's originally from Croatia and is now working in Denmark, where he has in 2020 become the national roasting champion and will go on to compete at the Worlds. So as you can see, Ante has the small business experience and gone through that process. As well, he's had a vast amount of experience as a coffee roaster at all different levels, whether it be roasting for his own small business, roasting for other people's businesses, and roasting at a corporate level. His understanding of all those different things injects so much richness into the discussions of these mastermind groups, and he's done it in different countries, which means not only does he understand how to communicate with people, but his cultural palette is just so vast. Being able to understand how to communicate with people in different cultures is important, and as well as understanding the difference in cultural palette is important, because in these mastermind groups, they happen in two extreme time zones so that they appeal to people from different countries from a time zone perspective, So we are approaching these mastermind groups a tiny smidge different with Ante being at the head of coaching. So previously what would happen is that roasters would turn up and they would come with their questions, and that worked really well. These mastermind groups have been going for just a touch over a year. Well, actually maybe just a year. And now with Ante being the new coach, we're taking a new direction. So they'll be broken up into 3 sections. The first section will be a short lecture where Ante will, and I'll go through what the first 4 months of those lecture topics will be because they're rather interesting. But Ante will bring a little lecture for about 20 minutes just to bring the discussion around a focused topic. Then in the second portion of the 2-hour mastermind group, what will happen is that there will be specific discussion around that subject. And then in the third portion, it will be open questions. So bring your roast curves, bring any other questions you've got about production roasting, green buying, warehousing, forecasting, whatever it is. I'm in every session. So if there are any business questions that are in there, we take those as well. Now, each group is limited to 10 people, and we meet twice a month for 2 hours. You can find out the details of what times they are on the website. You can check the show notes for those details. But before we wrap up now, I'm just going to go through what the topics of discussion for each of the sessions. So this is the first 9 sessions that will happen over 4 months. So session 1, how to approach old crop. Session 2, when is it time to clean your machine? Session 3, flavors suck. That's going to be a fun one. Session 4, reducing production costs. Session 5, bean size and moisture content. Session 6, seasonal changes in roasting environments. Session 8, green sample cupping versus production cupping. And session 9, are you overcharging for your coffee? As you can see, we're going to deep dive into a variety of different subjects across the next 4 months in the Coffee Roasters Mastermind group. And if you are on the mailing list, you will have received, that's the MAP IT Forward mailing list, you will have received a code that gives you your first session for free so that you can try it before you buy it, and you can cancel at any time. If you didn't get that code, you can check the show notes below for this episode and you will find the code there. So I hope that you have found this at least enticing enough to try the Roasters Mastermind group. The group that's on Tuesdays has a lot of seats available. I think we've got 8 seats available. The group that is on Thursday/Friday, because it's more tailored towards the Americas and Australia audience, that only has 2 positions left available. So try your luck, sign up and let us know. If you have any questions in the show notes, please don't forget to subscribe wherever you're listening to or watching this, and show us some love. Click that like button as well. I hope you found this enticing. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.